Hey folks, this is the day 4 update. We're looking at 97 hours into my 5-day fast. That means tomorrow at 5 p.m. I get to eat again. I'm excited. I'm gonna go celebrate with my in-laws, my wife's parents. They're gonna cook us some delicious, authentic Iranian kebabs. I'm very excited. We're also going to record a recipe video over these kebabs, which if you've made kebab before, maybe we'll show you how to make it more authentic, or maybe yours is just perfect. But yes, I'm gonna go eat some delicious kebabs, roasted tomatoes, sabzi, and mast. For you people out there that don't know what that means, that's Farsi for herbs and yogurt. Yeah, just a little tip. Yeah, I know a little bit of Farsi, that's right. Es my man Steven. My name is Steven. Tomorrow I'll also be interviewing my father-in-law. He has actually implemented keto. He's been doing it for a couple of years now, and he's been doing intermittent fasting. He loves Dr. Berg, and he has lost all of his weight, and he is looking at accomplishing that 6-pack soon. So we'll show you his gym. I'll interview him and see all his words of wisdom that he has to share. Just an FYI, he had a heart attack. I don't know how many years ago, maybe 7-ish, but he has a stent in his heart, and his doctors are obviously, you know, very concerned about it. Well, we'll also report on how on all of his checkups, being keto for God knows how long, he's been way better at it than me, because I've gone up and down because I'm flaky, but I'm not flaky anymore. But yeah, I think you'll really enjoy the interview with Igor, my father-in-law. I did just want to put a little cute note in here to get me some brownie points with the wife, but it really does just fill me with warmth thinking about the small decisions in your life that change everything. My wife was just some little girl that was born in Iran, and I was just a little hunky boy from Texas. Her father managed to come over here, start up a really nice business, brought his family over, and from that point, you know, my wife learned English, and we met in high school. And the little decisions that change everything, I just wanted to mention the little decision that changed my life and her life was she took physics as an elective. So she is a grade above me, but she took physics as an elective, and I was taking physics because I guess I thought I had to. And she walked into class, and I was like, hey, just come sit next to me. But we actually didn't date in high school, but we'll get into all of that maybe later. Maybe a little too personal, but her decision to take physics as an elective is why we are together and why we have 2 beautiful kids. And I really do think we're soulmates, and we've been together a long time now. We've been at least dating since 2007. So yeah, shout out to my beautiful and wonderful wife. So about my fast, last night I laid down at 10 p.m. I felt tired. I had every inclination to go to sleep, but I laid there and laid there and laid there. I tried some guided meditation. I tried some deep breathing, but it was just not happening. So I laid there till probably about 2:30 a.m. My son woke me up about 5 a.m. I just want to emphasize, this is my least favorite thing about fasting, is it is hard to go to sleep because the rumors are true. You are filled with energy, and I couldn't stop thinking about this this channel, so that doesn't help, but that's because my mind's on fire because of fasting. So yeah, all day today, no hunger pangs, maybe little mild little itches to, you know, want to chew on something, but that's normal. I wasn't that hungry. My ghrelin must be really suppressed. I will say, every time my wife cooks something delicious, my stomach goes crazy. I need to look it up and find out why. Maybe it spikes ghrelin. But yeah, there's definitely a correlation between smelling delicious food and not eating it. So you can like watch this little video. I was feeding my kids what my wife had made. Hey guys, I just wanted to share this delicious meal my wife cooked up for the kids. As I said in earlier videos, we tried to keep our meat intake and dairy intake down. Dairy should be under 5%, and meat, you just don't want meat to be the majority of your calories, and I can get into that further in future videos. Titus, what are you doing? But I just wanted to share this simple little meal. You know, just add a good amount of butter and salt and Kids eat it up. But yeah, just wanted to share. So far, my fast is going amazing. Another common symptom that I dealt with today is I was cold all day again. To help with that, you obviously can drink coffee to warm yourself up. You can wear a sweater to warm yourself up. But really, it's my hands and feet that drive me nuts. My hands and feet are cold. I'm typing on the computer all day. I'm working from home, so I'm not wearing shoes, so that doesn't help. But for those of you people that don't like coffee, and even the bulletproof coffee, if that's just not your thing, I'll tell you what, you can make it with tea and it's just as effective. Like, there are so many delicious teas that you can add all these same fats to, whether it be heavy cream or coconut oil or MCT oil or butter. You can do the same thing in tea that you can with coffee. And you know what? If you have a sweet tooth, I will go ahead and just throw out the top sweeteners that don't affect your glycemic index. And I'll also mention one that I hear a lot of people talk about that you should avoid because it does spike your insulin pretty high. So your go-to sweeteners, and I like erythritol the most. Erythritol is going to be the most tasty if you put it in a hot liquid. When you put erythritol in hot liquid, it melts and dissolves and you're not dealing with little granulars. If you try to put it in like a cold tea, it's not going to work that well. It's just going to stay all chunky and it's not going to dissolve. If you make tea fresh, however, and you make it hot and you put in the erythritol, I typically like 2 little scoops in a 1 gallon tea, but that will make it just a hint of sweet. You can also add stevia. Stevia is my number 2 choice. And I'll tell you another thing, for those of you that don't like stevia, you should try mixing a little bit of stevia with a little bit of erythritol, because they complement each other, because stevia is it has its own distinct taste that a lot of people don't like, but if you mix a little bit of both together, that's when you can kind of get a pretty good taste profile. I've gotten to the point where I don't have any inclination to really want to drink anything sweet, so I just drink my coffee black with a little bit of heavy cream, and I just drink my tea straight. My 2 favorite teas right now is going to be an elderberry tea and a licorice root tea. Licorice root actually tastes sweet, and I did a bunch of research on it because I didn't believe it. I was like, this can't be true. This has to affect your glycemic index. Well, you know what? It actually doesn't, but it does have some negative side effects, and I believe, if I remember correctly, they're hormone related, so you don't want to overdo the licorice root, but I will enjoy a licorice root from time to time. And here's, I'm going to do the research, and I'm going to put what the negative thing about licorice root is. In all my videos, I will put in the description the links to the little cuts, the cuts I make here. So if you want to read the entire article, you can go there and read it. But elderberry has a bunch of health benefits, but I don't remember what they are. That's kind of my wife's area. We use it to help the kids with sickness quite often. But I'll post a little thing about elderberry. So day 4 is usually my hardest day, but I really think all of this work I'm doing for this channel to distract me. I'm really appreciative for the amount of work I have to do for my regular job, but my brain has been 100% occupied, and this has been the easiest fast of my life. So that's an important thing to note. Keep your mind busy. One other thing that can help, that if you're you just feel terrible, and you're in day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of fast, whatever you're doing, the same stuff I mentioned in other videos, get your electrolytes, get an electrolyte supplement. It just doesn't compare with bananas and avocados. There's just not enough in them. You either have to eat 5 to 7 cups of leafy greens, which when you're fasting, you're not doing that. So you really want to get an electrolyte supplement. It'll make your fast so much better. If your main goal is to lose weight, get a little bit of fat in your morning coffee or tea. Get in the sun when you're cold and you're feeling bad. It will make you feel better, I promise. And the one new piece of information that I didn't talk about in the other fasting vids is breathing techniques. I'll get into this really deep in another video. You ever heard of that thing called fight or flight? Yeah, that's your sympathetic and your parasympathetic state. When you are in that fight or flight mode, you are in your sympathetic state, which means you are activating lots of stresses, lots of cortisol can be flooding in. I'll get into a super deep video later, but the key to this point is breathing techniques. They are so good for you to pull yourself back into the parasympathetic state. What does that mean? Well, you're not in fight or flight. You're not having that fight or flight response. And my favorite and easiest thing to do, I do it when I'm driving in traffic. I do it when I'm on a fast and I'm having a rough moment. But really, the really simple thing is, count your breaths. Counting helps you not think. It helps your brain slow down. You want to breathe in 8 seconds. You want to hold the breath for 8 seconds. And you want to release the breath for 8 seconds. And just do that as long as you want. I will drive 1 hour to work and I will be doing that breathing technique the entire time I'm going to work. And you know what? I don't have any road rage anymore. And to end it, I want to give a shout out to Corey Lutz. She's been commenting on my videos today, and she's actually given me a great avenue to feel really grateful today, to feel that gratitude. I really appreciate her interaction with me in the comments today, so thank you very much. I'm very, very thrilled that you're enjoying my content. So everyone out there, please remember to find something grateful to think about every day. And no matter how bad a day you're having, find something to feel good about and let your body feel that. And as my wife and parents would say, Hodafes.